Oh my goodness, if I can remember to turn on my mic. Okay. Hello and welcome back. It is May 27th. Do not ask why I am saying the date. I'm just doing it. It is May 27th. And we are doing D&D. It's a lovely Tuesday. Finally getting the sun back. Holy shit. It was been raining all day. Oh boy. To overestimate or to undersell the tiny bit of anxiety I feel right now. I do not know why I get anxious doing this. I think it's just the fact that I do this. Like, I have an entire book just full of stuff. Like, it's not full. It's like one page, but it's enough information for me. And I think... Oh, shit. Yeah, I gotta grab that, too. I'm stupid. I forgot I gotta grab something for some characters. For some characters, yes. Oh boy, not my Chromebook. This is not a Chromebook. It's an iPad. Know what you're talking about there, DM. Yes. I forgot to do that. I forgot to roll some stuff. I will be doing that in the background of all this bullcrap. That way I know what I am doing. Cause I totally forgot to do something. Cause I don't... Wait, I don't even need to grab those. Sorry. I'm now a little bit more discombobulated because I had to write stuff down, and then my ADHD brain said, let's completely forget that we're supposed to write down some shit. So I didn't do that. We're smart. We're a smart kind of... We're very smart. I am so sorry for how... I'm not on anything. I'll say that right now. I'm not on anything. I'm just anxious. Because I thought I had anything ready, and then I come to find out I don't have everything ready. But everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. This is session 12, people. Look at the name of the title. I like music. Oh my goodness. I got so much going on in my brain. I think I'm going to do the recapping with the group. That way I don't have to repeat myself too much. But yeah, this is session 12 called Welcome to the Jungle. I will be introducing the party here soon. Let me just let them know. No. That way they know. That way if anything is said, nothing hurts them a little too much. So, yeah. I wonder if there's a site. I wonder, is there a site that just has like a bunch of D6s I can roll? Like 4D6s? Oh wait, I could just type 4D6s. Oh boy, if I can type. Oh, that's actually really sick. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna go. We're gonna introduce the party now. Hello there.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Oh boy. I'm missing stuff.
Also, heads up, my stomach's really hurting, so if I dip, that's why.
Okay. Definitely take care of yourself. So
I will try.
don't hurt yourself too much, okay?
It has been a long day for me.
Well, yeah.
But don't worry, I should be okay.
Sweet. I'm just having to write some stuff down. Just real quick. Oh shit, wrong pencil. So,
Wrong pencil.
Wrong pencil size. Procreate. So yes. Would you guys like a little recap of what happened last session?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Okay, so last session, you guys got to enjoy a little bit of time in the tavern. Each one, well, I guess in a way it was enjoying. At least, like for you, Oric, you got to talk to some elves who used to live in Elteron. You got, it was kind of nice, and then obviously the waitress giving you some free food on that top as well. And then for Octavia, she got to enjoy some dancing with some people, and also got to meet some of the tieflings from a previous band that are now in this other band that may or may not have been inspired by an IRL band. Ghost. I did not say that. And it was very enjoyable for Octavia. I think we can all say. And then Yulin. Oh, I traumatized you a little bit.
Oh, she's going to have a lovely and wholesome family reunion really soon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She's looking forward to that.
Yep. But overall, you guys were. It was rather pretty decent. You guys were enjoying a little bit of what happens in not Eltron, in Sanctuum, until it had to be interrupted because everybody was summoned into the the castle government building. And come to find out, some stupid bullshit relating to Key and meddling with a really high-powered druid when they shouldn't have because of jealousy and stupid shit. But you guys learned a little bit about, hold on. Oh, damn it. I'm trying to do something as I'm talking about this. I have to re-roll that. Sorry. So, with the whole trial of Key, like I said, there was a lot of information that was given once Zone of Truth was put up. Part of it was that Key was involved with Spire disappearing, and how a lot of it was fueled by a little bit of hatred, a tiny bit of jealousy, and the whole why kind of stuff. Like, how is this other person able to do half of this bullshit? Does not make sense to at least Key. But either way, Key has been removed as a councilman, and over time, they might be finding a new one, hopefully. But the councilmen do want to find Spire, since they are kinda important, at least in their eyes. Obviously not to some, but does not really matter. But for at least the councilmen, they do want the party to go on this little adventure to find Spire and rescue them with the help of, I think I said that there was going to be help. I think part of it was Rivern. By the way, I'll just say it's Rivern and Nyx that are going to be helping. Let me do this. And yeah, basically after that whole trial setting happened and everybody basically leaving, I think... what happened after that? I think you all ended up going to your guys' room, I believe. I think that's where it ended.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish this up real quick. I was supposed to do something, but I didn't do it because ADHD. We love it.
Valid.
Oof, been there.
There's five. How many do I need? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more, man. Virtual dice, your godsend. Until you screw me over. I'll keep it though. It does not matter.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, it's inevitable that there's what I'm doing is gonna suck. So, okay. Wait, what are... Man, now I can't even remember what this class is supposed to be good at. I'm gonna do that real quick. I can't remember. I also cannot spell for the life of me. Really, I cannot spell. I can't even press the right buttons. They are... Okay. Okay. So, yeah, after you guys ended up going to bed, especially after half of the kind of fun-ish for some nights at the tavern, and then obviously the hectic and chaos of everything that happened with Key, I will definitely say the night was a bit reckless for some. So your nights are gonna be a little bit different, I'll say. Let me just do this. Okay. Okay. So, obviously I know with Auric, you're an elf, so you don't need as much sleep. After some
Yep.
time of being asleep, well, in your trance, you'd obviously wake up before everybody. Is there anything that you want to do before everybody else wakes up, or what would you like to do?
Orc just kind of sits there and mentally prepares himself for what's going to happen.
Okay. Okay. I'll say during the whole, like, mentally preparing yourself for what is going to be happening. I think I told you it was going to be... did I say how many days it was? How long they were going to be waiting? I can't remember. It'd be fine. I'll improvise on that part. I will say, as you are mentally preparing for the things that are probably going to be happening on this trip, and then alongside just everything that had happened that the night, I will say, you're visited by somebody. Not in your head, but I'll ask you this. Are you facing towards the door or away from it? Like your back is turned towards it?
Probably away from the door.
Okay. So, as you have your backside completely exposed to the door, you don't hear a knock. You just hear the door. Hold on. You hear the door, the doorknob turn, and you hear the door open, and then it just closes behind you. And you hear some footsteps come, stop right before a certain spot. And that's it. You don't really hear anything besides just the footsteps, and then stopping.
Hmm.
What do you do?
I guess Orc will head out into the hall to check who it was.
Oh no, they're in the room with you.
Oh, in the room. Okay, he'll turn around.
Okay, you turn around and you see the very familiar purple tiefling with the whitish pink hair, who looks a little bit tired as well, but maybe a little bit drained at the same time. It's a little bit hard to read on his face.
Hello, it was a bit of an early morning for you, isn't it?
And he kind of reaches over to his right arm with his hand, and he just kind of rubs it just a tiny bit. He's just like, I mean, I don't rely on sleep too much, to be honest. It's kind of interesting, though, to feel it. To feel tired. It's interesting. I don't know how people do it. But I know for you guys, you don't need too much of it. That's more fascinating, though. I heard what happened with that druid back there.
Yes, it's a rather fraught situation.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't talk to many of the other gods since I'm down here basically all day, every day. But I'll only say with... Hold on, I gotta find his name. Where is... Oh, damn. Where are you?
Where are you? And I'm so sorry.
With nature himself. He doesn't always make sense, you know? Maybe that's why some people like him. Unpredictable. But predictable at times. You would think from some druids they would understand that part. That just because you think you know something doesn't mean you're not going to be caught off guard by it as well. Maybe.
Well, it's comforting to believe you know what's going on in every circumstance.
I do try my best. I mean, I'm not where the others are, and emotions to, like, in the air. Just like, I'm not up there all the time. I don't know what happens with them sometimes. It's gotten too... I don't want to say crowded, but it's becoming too much. I like it down here. But sometimes I do miss being able to watch over people sometimes. A lot more effectively. It's really not easy to just go from one spot to the next. Even with magic. It's not easy. So...
I would imagine that'd be tiring.
It very much is. And he kind of shuffles a little bit with his hands. And he kind of looks from the floor to the right side of the room, looking at some of the stuff that's on the wall. And looks at some of the finer details. And he kind of just looks from there towards you. And just goes, man. And he kind of is just not too sure of himself at this point. He walks much more closer to you, and he puts a hand on your shoulder, and he just says, I do trust your intentions. I trust everything when it comes to you, Eulyn, Octavia, every person that I've ever encountered. I trust every single person I've ever met. Even the ones that I shouldn't. Hell, even my own brother. Shouldn't trust him sometimes, but he's my brother. I trust that I don't have to help too much. I trust that I don't have to interfere too much. I hope. And he trails off at that last little part. And he just says, I hope that your entire plan to stopping all that has happened works. And he kind of stops himself from what he's about to say next. And he pats your shoulder and just goes, I wish I could say more, but I have a couple people I have to meet real quick.
Well, don't let me keep you.
And with that, he turns and you don't even hear the door open, but you just see him just gone. And after some time of that little interaction, we'll say for Octavian, you wake up at whatever respective times feels appropriate for you. And
Okay.
I will say, do you all want to leave out of your guys' room at the same time?
Sure.
Okay. So you all leave out of your guys' room at the same time. You all kind of in your normal attire. But as you make your way to the stairs and you look at the bottom, you see Ravine, you see James, you see Nyx, and you see Will. And they look like they're in somewhat of a deep conversation, but the first one who notices you guys is James. And he looks at you guys and the frown that was once on his face lightens up and he goes, oh, you guys are awake. That's awesome. I'm so glad you guys are here. It is now 10 times better. It's 10 times better. Everybody's a lot better with life now. How was your guys' sleep? Was it good? Was it wonderful? Was it a little bit better than what last night kind of was, hopefully?
Well, I don't exactly sleep normally, but it was nice enough.
Sorry, I'm just having to... I need to figure something out just real quick. Okay. Okay, sorry. James just claps his hand as he walks towards you guys. As you're kind of descending down the stairs, he just go, well, either way, we all got some needed rest, trance, whatever we needed. But, and he looks towards the others, and he's just like, a little small of predicament at the moment. Some of us are trying to debate on who, is going to hopefully kind of tag along, hopefully. Obviously, Ravine is joining. He's the one who knows the way, and he's being supplied the map. Nyx is saying she's joining, but Will wants to join, and I'm just trying to make sure that they both don't end up killing each other. Obviously, I can't do much. I mean, and he kind of motions to his height, because he's, I think, a halfling. I think I remember making him a halfling. He's just like, I can't do much against them, but so far they're being tame. And he says that last part, and Um, you notice for Nyx, there's a little bit of like fire on her shoulder, on her left shoulder, just kind of sparking every couple seconds. Just a little. Oh, wow. So, in not Will, James, uh, looks back to the group and then back at you guys and just goes, "How about this? Um, you guys grab whatever you guys need for this little trip, and hopefully by some point, I don't know, we'll try to come up with a plan. If that might work, as long as someone doesn't try to kill the other."
The plan would likely be wise, yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. Um. So, sorry. My brain. Okay. So, since being told that they're going to be coming up with a plan, obviously James is suggesting kind of going and getting whatever you guys would like to get before this. Do you guys want to go do that? Do you want to go find some of the other shops and collect some items and then do that, or what?
I think we're prepared.
Okay. Sorry. Just trying. Well, okay. I'll say. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to think. Okay. Sorry, I'm slightly getting confused on myself. So, what are you guys wanting to do? I'm trying to make sure I know what is going on.
I'm not sure.
I mean, were we gonna make the plan for dealing with this, or
Uh,
are they doing that amongst themselves?
yeah, that's what Nyx, Ravine, Will, and James were doing. Mostly how
Ah, okay.
James was trying to make sure that Will and Nyx possibly do not fight each other. More so, Nyx not trying to fight Will because he wants to come with, and part of that is also coming up with a decent plan for what's going to happen. So yeah.
Or you could go have breakfast.
Okay. So you said you want to do the breakfast, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys kind of mingle your way towards the dining hall like area. Heading inside, there's a couple people that are inside currently, kind of just minding their own business in different spots. But you guys kind of just find an open area that suits for you guys currently, and you guys do notice that there's a couple like newer looking people at the current moment. All of them seem to be fire ganassies with one earth ganassi, and the earth ganassi is obviously just the one who's looks like they're working on some food. But as you guys just take a seat, you guys notice one of the fire ganassies looking over towards you and realizing who you guys are, turns towards the others, and without a couple seconds to spare, suddenly food is just plotted right in front of you guys. All different kinds. You got different kinds of meats, veggies, fruit, water, juices of different kinds, and you just have like 3 smiling fire ganassis in front of you, and they're just like, they're just kind of standing there, just making sure everything looks good for you.
Oh, thank you.
Much appreciated.
Well, if you guys do ever need anything, we're just right over there. We're trying to be as quick as possible. And the one who had said that looked towards the one closest to her, and she whispers, and they all kind of just start walking right back, quick as possible. Yeah, like I said, you have different, you guys got different kinds of food in front of you. Basically anything you can think of. I just realized I did not switch the screens. I'd be dumb. Did not switch.
You're not big dumb. You're just tired.
Not really tired. I just
EP.
not even that. My anxiety is weirdly high for no reason.
Yeah.
Ooh, understandable.
Yeah. Mhm.
So it's also causing me to cough like I'm sick when I'm not sick. But yeah. You guys want to say anything to each other, you definitely can, or it's completely up to you guys.
Orc just kind of grabs an assorted platter of breads and fruits and cheeses.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
Octavia will be eating strawberry pancakes.
Eloine kind of just gathers a couple of like tasty looking things onto her plate and just picks at them with a fork for a little while, but not actually eating anything.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I need my frick. Need my book. Oh my goodness. And my cord is caught. There we go. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So just picking at the food, but not actually eating anything.
Okay. I'm just having to find something.
She is having trouble disguising some like beading sweat.
Oh no, poor baby.
I forget, did she tell anyone what happened, or no?
I do not think so, no.
Alright, I hate to intrude, but you don't seem to be eating anything.
Ugh. Sorry. Guess I should say something. Seems like I'm due a sort of impromptu family reunion soon.
Oh. I take it from your tone, but this is not going to fare well.
No. If you see anybody, and I mean anybody, bearing the insignia of my nation, do not trust them. And keep a very
I see.
watchful eye for any actions they may do. If you see royalty from my home, kill them on sight.
Shoot!
That bad?
They won't hold any hesitation for me. Well, they will. They won't hold any hesitation if I'm lucky. Ever the optimist I am.
Hmm. Well, I'll bear that warning in mind.
I'm exaggerating. If you see someone from royalty and my nation, just keep extra safe and don't and be prepared to defend yourself. Do not trust me.
Huh.
From now on, you cannot trust my face.
She nods.
Noted.
Especially my elf form and my changeling form. Those are known to my people. They can and will use them. We should set up some form of...
What's a code word for?
Yes, exactly. We should set one up, shouldn't we?
That would make sense.
Any suggestions?
Friendship.
I don't know. I don't think it's quite my style.
That could be to your advantage, if your family wouldn't guess it.
They may guess it from Octavia's demeanor.
True.
What about something more inconspicuous? There's 3 of us. Perhaps saying like 3 hearts.
I've heard tell from some rogues that I've met that they have this coded language thing. I, of course, don't know it, but they make ordinary statements seem like, well, no, they make ordinary statements that mean much more covert things. Perhaps a more inconspicuous phrase. Something like some kind of small talk, like dismal weather we've been having.
But what if there is dismal weather? Like, what if that's...
I don't think a changeling disguised as myself would say dismal weather we've been having. Especially,
Fair enough.
what season is it, by the way?
It is it's closer to like summertime currently.
Especially at this kind of season.
Yeah.
Does your family know anything of what happened in the tunnels?
I'm not sure. They can know all sorts of things, but I believe that was a secret to them. Well, not secret, but not a known event.
Perhaps we could reference that if it's still relatively obscure.
Maybe. But the event could very much become more known about. Wouldn't take too much digging.
True.
They've found out more over less. But anyway, you should enjoy your breakfast. This is much more of a personal matter than just something to have the two of you fretting over.
If you say so.
Of course.
Let's see. Still finding one last information. Let's see. Oops. Too far. Too far. How do you calculate this tomfoolery? I can't calculate the tomfoolery. Now can I? No, wait, that. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I'm finding one last of information, and I can't find it. Let's. How the fuck? How are you supposed to calculate half of this shit? What the hell? Makes no
Calculate what?
I'm trying to get this guy's armor class, but I can't fucking do it. It's too difficult.
Oh, what kind of armor is he wearing?
None. Man can't wear none.
Then it's just 10 plus his dexterity modifier.
Well, unless it's like that. Unless there's like what's it called?
Like a racial thing.
Some kind of
Unarmored defense?
unarmored defense or a racial thing, like Warforged getting +1 as like total with the
Yeah, I mean, what
just
species is he?
17 or
I'll tell you this: there is nothing special.
Okay, so just 10 plus
Barbarian.
dexterity then.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So not like barbarian or rogue.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
I think I got what I need. I just also have to find the other one as well. No, wait, that's gonna be. Wait. I have an ADHD brain. Focus, please.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's asking way too much of it. It's like asking a child to sit still sometimes. They ain't gonna do it. Okay. So, after you guys enjoy your guys' breakfast, a little bit of chit-chatting, definitely over some time as you guys are finishing up some food and plates are being finished and plates that had food are finished and some of the ganassies are coming and taking them. You see Rivern come over to you guys, and he doesn't take a seat. He kind of just stands at like an area that he can see all three of you, and he still looks rather nervous and a little bit timid, but he's trying to put on a very strong face, and he tells you, "We have a very rough idea of what we're going to do. Wolfguard is just working on the map that is going to be the safest route for us, because we're not going to take the route I took. That was extremely dumb of me. I should not have done that. He's just finishing up on it. Hopefully here soon it should be done. Hold on, I gotta fix my mic real quick. That way I can be heard, because I have it on crisp. Can't have it on crisp. I need to be heard. But he places something on the middle of the table. His hand is still covering it, but he places it in the middle of the table. He's just like, I have a couple of items that will make this a little bit helpful. It's going to do the exact same thing for all of you. Because hopefully, from what I could tell from these group of people, they seem very smart, very intelligent. They were something else. It felt like they were trying to just get inside my brain. It's hard to explain. And as he finishes that last part, his hand moves off the items, and in the center is rings. And each one has basically the same little embellishment on it, same little design. In the center, it's a simple crystal. And just eyeing it, from what you can see, at least, there doesn't seem to be anything special about them. But yeah. I mean, I'll definitely leave it up to you guys before he explains what they are. If you want to make an Arcana check, completely up to you guys if you want to.
Sure, I'll give that a shot.
Okay.
That's an 8.
Okay.
Oh, Arcana. Yes. Excellent. Why didn't that click in my brain sooner? It's one of the like sleeper agent activation words for it theoretically should be like jingling keys.
Jingle, jingle. I said the word. The back rooms.
The back room.
Yep.
I think that works for her.
All right.
Conditioned to the Markiplier meme.
Uh-huh.
Right. Yes. Unfortunately, I rolled a 4 and got 11.
Oh. Okay. I will say
Yes.
Damn.
I will say for you, Auric, you aren't very familiar with what these are, besides the fact that they're rings. The most you can tell is they could be important. They could be interesting. But it's hard to tell because it's not very familiar. For you, Evelyn, you can tell that there is something magical about them, but it's kind of hard to tell what kind.
I see. Curious.
These rings, I was able to borrow them from one of the shops close by. As long as we can bring them back intact, I hopefully will not have to pay a whole lot of money for them, but these should be able to help us in case they try to do any kind of psychic maneuverability to us. And let me make sure. I wonder if I got this one correct right off the bat on what it actually looks like. I don't think I did, but it'd be... I was actually kind of close. I was kind of close on what this thing actually looks like. So, oh, it doesn't even say right there. The rings in front of you are rings of, well, actually, no, he's gonna tell you. Ravine explains, he's like, I do not want us to be psychically attacked at all. These rings, the rings of psychic resistance. I don't trust these people. I don't trust what they were trying to do to me. I don't trust what they're doing to the people. Whatever they're doing could affect us. I don't know. But just to be safe, wear these as soon as we start getting close to them. I'll instantly remember, as soon as we get to this certain spot, I will remember exactly what it will look like. As soon as we get there, I'll let you guys know, okay? I trust you guys. I don't need you to be controlled by them. If that's even what they're doing. There we go. So yeah, now you guys, each one of you has a ring of psychic resistance that,
Nice.
yes. And like Ravine said, don't put it on now, but wait until a certain point where he will literally look at you guys and just be like, put that ring on now. But, yeah. Hopefully, they don't try to do anything to us. But, like I said, I don't know these people. I don't know where they come from. I don't know what their plan is. And why they are doing what they're doing. But hopefully we can get out of this without someone getting badly hurt, dying, or something. I don't know.
We can only hope to try and do this as cleanly as possible.
Yes. But I'm gonna go check on Wolfguard one more time, see how the map is looking. And hopefully we'll have something planned out. And with that, he looks at you guys and just walks away outside the eating area. Oh my goodness. I hate coughing.
Yeah, I still have a bad cough too. I just mute myself whenever it comes up.
Yeah. Mine's just.
But yeah, Orc goes ahead. Orc goes ahead and puts his ring in his pocket.
Thanks. I'll assume for Yulin and Octavia they do the same thing.
Yep.
Okay. So after that little encounter with Ravine, some time kind of passes a little bit at a normal pace. Like I said, finishing up some of the food some more, and they take most of the plates that are remaining, and it's up to you guys if you want to stay in this room or kind of leave or what you want to do. Hmm?
I'm ready whenever everyone else is.
I am ready.
That's good.
Hi.
Wonderful.
Although,
I'm ready
actually,
as well.
before we get started,
Yeah.
Orc will pull the wand of fireballs out of his backpack and hand it to Elwyn and say,
Thank you.
"Perhaps Boner Jones can make use of this. I can only bond myself with so many
Yes.
items at once, and the ring puts me
Wait,
over
hold
the
on.
edge."
Hold on. Wait. Uh, just a moment. Oh, wait, they can? They can attune to them?
Wait, the skeletons can attune?
Yeah, I mean, they're
The familiar can.
the
Not the normal skeletons,
yeah, familiars
just
are
Bonula
living, and they're
Jones. Oh my
rules is
god.
written. Familiars
But-
can attune to items.
But I do have to explicitly use my action to make Bonula Jones use the wand, so I might as well.
True, but that's still 7 free fireballs.
Yes. Right, Bonula Jones now has a fucking cannon.
He's gonna be a menace to society as a familiar.
Bonular airstrike.
Get familiar with these hands.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you say that now, but I'm gonna have fun a little later.
Yay.
Nothing that you guys aren't gonna
I
handle.
suspect I know where this is going, but I'm not going to say anything because it's going to be interesting.
Oh no, well, it is, but
I mean, yeah.
there's gonna be a
The
lot
writing
of.
the writing is on the walls.
Well, you say that.
Slightly.
I got too many ideas, and yes, they
it
all
could be
fit.
lying.
I got a lot. Trust me. I got a lot for you. And they all fit.
I'm trusting the process.
Trust the process, as it looks almost like a jumbled mess, but it works.
Hell yeah.
Only my brain understands it, because I wrote it.
Oh, God, what a mood.
Yes. Okay. Oh boy. So,
Yeah, oh boy.
I had saw what you said, but like I said, I have so many things that are planned, and I know they will happen that way because I know how you people work, and I know.
Yeah.
You've
do.
been my friend for, what, 2 decades now?
Roughly, yeah. And also, I played D&D with some of y'all.
Yeah, you get my brain. You understand it.
Literally, one of you is
Yeah.
me. 2 of you are my DMs. It's like whenever I had to play with my fiance. I know how he works. Literally me.
I'll DM something eventually.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Hell
Hell
yeah!
yes.
No, that's
By the way, speaking of other campaigns that literally all of us are in, Starch,
Yes.
will you be good for D&D this Wednesday?
I'm afraid I still have my class. I'll let you know when that ends.
Okie dokie.
Valid.
But like,
It-
I can attend
it's
for the
like-
first hour if you want.
What's it called? It'd be cool. You get to meet the
Okay,
new
sure.
character. But also, there's the whole oh yeah, that finishes like early June, right?
Mid-June, yeah.
Mid-June.
Like
okay.
around the 20th or so.
Late night in the
I
middle of June, you say?
Oh,
Which is also right when my birthday is.
noise.
Oh yeah.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Happy
Someone else
day.
has a birthday coming up.
Yeah,
Stares with my big eyes.
I wonder
Cool.
who. I wonder who has a birthday coming up in um 4 days. 3 for me because it's time zones.
Oh boy. We love the time zones.
I won't
Love the
be
time
a
zone.
multiple of
yeah.
11 for another 11 years.
Oh boy.
Wow.
22.
I forgot I had this part up.
Hey.
I had completely forgotten. Wait, what is this?
Funnily enough, that is also the age I will be.
Nice.
Okay.
Both are babies.
Okay. So, after, like I said, a little bit more time has passed, you see both, this time, Nyx and Ravine walking in together, and they both are carrying a couple items on hand. They both have a backpack each. I will say, weirdly enough, for who has the item? For Nyx, I will say, you weirdly enough see a giant great axe on her back, and then a smaller hand axe on her hip. And for the great axe, it's very pretty. I will say that it's very interesting, especially on the actual like axe part itself, because there's like little engraves on it, which all have a little bit of a symbol of fire around it.
Oh, sorry.
You're dying a little bit.
I swallowed some
Oh, your Epiculatus did not
it
close.
the wrong way.
Yeah, your Epiculatus.
Oh no, I've been there.
I hate that I know.
Why does
I know
this
the one.
always keep happening to me?
You gotta make sure that you stop breathing as you drink. Just
I wasn't even drinking.
you're.
I wasn't even drinking. I was just swallowing spit.
Still, make sure stop breathing and then.
Breathing.
No more breathing.
You can do that for approximately 10 minutes.
10?
10.
What
Oh,
human beings are you talking to?
I mean, if you're trained,
I-
yeah.
10, right? Like, that's the maximum.
I think it's 3 though.
And have they ever considered my lawyers have advised me to stop this joke?
They get through.
Gee, I wonder, maybe it rhymes with Horatio.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, she has that on.
Maybe it rhymes with Haralinga.
Huh? Okay. Okay. D&D. D&D.
Yes.
So, like I said, you notice the giant great axe and then the hand axe, and then with how they both used to dress, you now see, for at least Nyx wise, she is wearing a different outfit. Her outfit does show that she is wearing some is she wearing armor? Did I have her wear armor? Yeah, she is wearing armor. She is wearing a half plate, at least the only kind of visible armor that you can see. While with Ravine, he's still wearing about similar clothes, but looks like he's switched out a couple items to make it more like able to do some long distance. And you also do see in his left hand he is holding some stained paper that is rolled up. Nyx just comes trying to move in my chair. Nyx just comes up to you with Ravine behind her, and she just goes, "Okay, you guys ready? Ready to head out?"
She nods.
I'm ready.
Yep. Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, sweet. Cause we have still a lot of daylight to make. There's a certain spot that we need to get to before the forest jungle area kind of intertwine together. There's like a small area where it's slightly neither. It's more like grass. That's going to be the best spot for us to really kind of settle down once we get there, hopefully. Luckily enough, this trip is not going to take too long, because Wolfguard was able to talk to some of the farmers, and they have decided to give us a little bit of a wagon. So we can set some stuff inside. It should be able to hold a couple of us inside, a couple people to hang out on the outside. Me and Ravine are going to be handling the horses. Once we are able to rescue some of the people, there still should be enough room for everybody to be inside, hopefully. It's a rather sturdy wagon. It's not the prettiest, but it will do. So yeah, let's get this stupid show on the road. Let's rescue a druid. And she kind of lightly punches Ravine in the shoulder. And he just looks at her, just still looking very much still sad in his usual state. And so I would assume you guys follow behind the two?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. As they lead you out of the castle and over to the exit, you do see this rather really nice large wagon. It is like unusually kind of big for what most wagons typically look like. It does look like it is able to hold a lot more people on the inside. But currently, I will say on the inside, there is like a couple boxes in there, not labeled. It's not really known what is inside them. But you also see, like 2 barrels as well. One that's saying fresh water, and the other one, saying like rations. And with the horses, I think it's I think they're called what kind of horses are there? Man, having to remember. Horses. I think I don't know if they're called like great horses. I don't know if that's what they're called. Oh, not war horses. No. They're just wait, is that what they are? I don't know if that's
I mean, war horses are a thing.
Yeah, I just don't know if that's the one I'm thinking of or if it's just like regular horses that are able to pull things. Does not really tell me the difference. Besides. Oh, it would be a draft horse. A draft horse is what they are.
Yes.
Draft horse?
Yes.
Yes, you see these rather
Yes.
large draft horses. One that is white with a little bit of gray speckles around it, and the other one that is like it's like more of like a brown horse with a couple white spots on it as well. And they are kind of moving a little bit. They're ready to go. And coming up to them, you do see a couple, like a, yeah, it's a couple of like the farmers, and they are talking to Wolfguard. Kind of just looks like they're kind of giving like a rundown, probably, of how to treat the horses, how to maneuver them, and how to get them to do what you need them to do. And you do see Wolfguard kind of handing them a I don't want to say like a small bag, but a bigger bag of like a pouch. And you see him just hand it over to the gentleman, and you see him peeking inside, looking, and you see him just give a thumbs up, and the two just walk away. And Wolfguard turns towards you three with Nyx and Ravine. He has a very he is looking more serious now. He tells you, please just be safe on this journey. Do not stray from the path that Ravine has. Try not to get into any trouble. Make this simple. I really don't want to hear that someone got hurt severely. I don't want you guys to come back dead, basically, is all I'm saying. But do what you can to get at least Spire back, and maybe if there's anybody there you can also rescue, try.
Understood.
Of course.
Thank you. And with that, you see Wolfguard just kind of walking away. He does whisper something to Nyx, to which she just nods, and Wolfguard just walks away from you guys. And you see Ravine getting a little bit of help onto the let's see. I actually gotta look up wagon. It's a covered wagon. What is that part called? The jockey box. I think that's what. Yeah. You do see him getting some help with getting onto the jockey box, since it's a bit too tall for him. But he easily gets up there, and he grabs a hold of the I can't even remember that part, and I'm not Googling that. The rope part that steers the horses.
The reins?
Yeah, yeah. And Nyx kind of motions for you guys to come over to the back part of the wagon, and she opens it up and easily just hops on inside the wagon, and she kind of lends a hand out to whoever needs help getting onto the wagon. I would assume you guys want to get inside if you want to. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yep, you guys get inside, and you see a couple areas that you guys can sit rather comfortably. Some of the boxes are strapped down, so they're not going to move too much. Um, but you see Nyx sitting her bag closest to where you can kind of see a little bit of an opening towards a ravine. You see her set her bag down close to there, and she looks to you guys and goes, "Up, hopefully next couple hours we should be at our first little rest stop area. Once we do, we'll make camp, and if anything happens, obviously we'll stop. There shouldn't be too much of an issue with getting there. It's going to be pretty decent besides some of the mud area. So, but besides that, it should not be too difficult. I'm trying to think. Besides that, hopefully everything should be smooth. Hopefully we don't have any problems coming across any people. And if we do, obviously we can handle it. We'll all be fine. And if you guys do ever need anything,
We'll be fine.
if you guys, like I said, if you do need anything, just reach over, and she points towards the little opening that you can still see the back of ravine, and she says, if you need anything, just pull on him, yank him if you need to, and that should be your, it's like a little pulley system. He does that, it should make this horses stop, hopefully. I don't know, he's the one that knows. He's the one that was told how to use these horses. So we'll try to make this as quick as we can. Yeah. I'll close this gate up. I'll cover it up a little bit, and we will make our way towards whatever kind of tomfoolery we're getting ourselves into. Okay? Okay. So as you guys all take a little bit of a seat, and you see Nyx jump, and you see the door close, and the folds close up. Hear a couple feet moving outside the wagon, and you don't hear, but you feel the wagon kind of shift as you assume Nyx got herself into her spot next to Ravine, and all of a sudden you just feel the wagon start moving, and now you guys are off. You're off for your little adventure now. Okay. So, oh boy, why did that pop up on my screen? That's not lovely. Let me find something real quick. We want this one. Yes. Okay, so as you guys are making your way, like I said, you guys are making your way through. It over some time, it's a rather nice ride. You can feel a couple times where a wheel kind of gets stuck. I mean, you kind of stop for a second, and you hear a little bit of bickering coming from Nyx and Ravine as they try to get the wheel to be unstuck. And obviously at that point they get it unstuck, they get it fixed, and they start moving again. And then at some point, the sound of mud turns to more kind of like a more silent. What is it? It turns more silent as you can hear more of what sounds like couple rocks hitting the wheels, and only guess could be that you guys are out of the watery, swampy area. And I will let you guys, if you guys want to talk to each other or do anything, I'll let you guys do that before I turn to anything else. So.
Orc is just listening out for any sign of trouble.
Not sure.
What about you, Octavia? What do you want to do? What is Octavia doing? Leanne?
I was muted. I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness, girl.
It happens.
Heathcliff hit the mic with his tail. So I have been just with the party tagging along. She is looking around. What do I see?
Since you are currently in the wagon, it's kind of hard to see too much of what's going on, besides a couple times where you can assume that you guys are not covered by trees, so you get like from a shaded look on the wagon's cloth to more of like a sun kind of look happening. If you want to peek out through the covered area, you definitely can if you want to.
Okay.
So you take a little peek out from like the back side of the wagon, and looking, you do see a lot of, like, you do see the dirt path. Oh, hold on. You see a dirt path that you guys are currently on. You see a lot of different kinds of trees, a lot of like tall, some short trees, a lot of like different bushes as well. You also do see a couple like animals kind of scurrying about as well, on the trees and the bushes, flying as well. It looks rather peaceful from what you can see outside.
Wonderful.
Is there anything you would like to do, or if anybody would like to do as well?
What can I do to like help the party?
I mean, well, there's different things that you can definitely do. You can go towards like your profession. You are a bard. You are an entertainer. So you can always entertain the group if you would like to, or if you want to talk to any of the others, or realistically, there's a lot of things that you can do.
She speaks to the party and she goes, "How are you guys?"
I'm not great, but now what are you gonna do?
I am probably going to have a stress headache later, but for now I'm just focused on getting this done properly.
She nods. Mm.
I'll say after some time of some quietness, I will say, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Can you all give me a perception check real quick?
Certainly.
That is
10.
a middle of the road 10.
Okay, we have a 10.
2 10s.
Okay, 2 10s. And then
14.
14. Okay. I will say, I don't want this to be a difficult one. So, for all you guys, at least for you, Oric and Yulin, you kind of think you heard something happening outside. Not too sure. It could have just been some people maybe walking past. Kinda, who knows? But for you, Octavia, you definitely hear these footsteps. I'll say with hearing it, I will say you do look back outside, the folds of the back, and looking outside, you think you might have seen something. You're not exactly sure what you heard, but you kind of do know something is happening outside, but visually you can't really see much.
I'm going to alert the party to this.
Okay. What do you say to them? Oh.
She goes, I think something's going on.
Should I go take a look? Or should we maybe send Boney Leader Jones?
Possibly. I'll do that.
Okay. So you want to send out
Can't be too careful.
you want to send out Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you as the wagon is still
Not fully up.
I will say the cart is still the wagon is still moving. It's not very fast, I will say, but it's at a very decent pace. As Bonelier Jones starts to open the the flaps of the cloth, and he goes to. Do you want him to kind of try to take a step out, or?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, as he goes to take a step, he let me make sure. Oh, I don't even have it back up. I'll say there's a little ledge that his foot does catch, and he's still holding on to the cloth part of the wagon, but as he steps out, the wagon starts to kind of shift a little bit, and you guys do hear Nyx going, "Hey, what are you guys doing? You shouldn't be moving around too much. Is something going on?"
All's well.
Okay. And she kind of you don't hear her say anything else after that, but what do you want Jones to do now that he's kind of outside on this little ledge of the wagon holding onto the cloth?
I'm gonna take a look.
Oh yeah, you're able to see through him, right?
Yes.
Okay. Seeing through Bonelier Jones. I will say. Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Give me another perception check.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's another 10.
Okay.
Jesus.
I will say with the 10, every so often you are able to slightly catch something. It's still hard to tell, but you are able to see some kind of movement happening in the back area of the wagon, but it seems like more it's in the the trees.
Hmm.
At least with the movement being seen, it's like they're going from one tree to the next to the next to the next.
I see.
But being able to tell who they are, that's a bit difficult.
Hmm. Eliza will kind of just whisper, somebody's moving in the trees. Wait, did that actually pick up on the mic?
A tiny bit.
Something's moving in the trees.
Okay. And you say that to the group?
Yes.
Okay. How does Auric and Octavia react to hearing that there's something in the trees?
She's gonna look.
Well, that's concerning.
Okay. So Octavia, you said you're looking again?
Yes.
Okay, you go and look, and if you want to do another perception check, this time with advantage since you were told that they are in the trees.
Okay.
Basically, you got the help action.
So what do I like? How do I see it in the tree?
I mean, you were told that someone's in the trees. So since you are basically being helped with that information, you're just getting advantage for basically being told, "Hey, look in the trees." It also just depends on what you roll.
Okay. That is an 18.
Okay, yeah, with that 18, that information that Yulin gave to you was extremely helpful. As soon as you look up into the trees, you are definitely able to see like at least a couple people in the trees. It's hard to tell if it's how many people there are due to how covered they are as well, but you are able to see them pretty well. By your own estimate alone, there's at least 5 people. Maybe. You do see the kind of clothes that they're wearing is kind of like a dark blue, not fully black. It looks like they're trying to blend in as much as they can. But the dead giveaway that they are there is definitely with how much you can see of their kind of like their hands, along with part of their face as well. A couple of them you can even kind of see certain markings just on their face alone, just with that 18.
I reiterate this information.
Okay.
Well, if I try something, I'll be ready. Should we maybe put the rings on now, then?
I think that's smart.
Okay.
Do any of us have the message cantrip? Spellbook.
I do not.
Fuck.
I do not.
I don't think. Hold on, wait. Spellbook. What level are we again?
6.
Aha. I see. I think. Let me just check. Just a moment. I should have an extra cantrip. I will have the message cantrip, I guess.
Nice.
Just useful to have.
Nice.
I will message I will message the Ravine?
Ravine?
Was it? Yeah.
Okay.
Figures watching us in the trees. Stay cautious.
Okay, you send that message to Ravine, and you hear back. Gotcha. I kind of noticed something. I just don't want to freak you guys out. We're almost there. Okay. So, as you guys are still traveling, nothing happens for a while. I'll say like with Jones, if you're still looking through him at any point, you will still be able to see those people in the trees. But they just don't seem to be really doing anything except following you guys. But at some point, you guys come to not like an abrupt stop, but you do start to slow down, and you guys notice that instead of a lot of the normal kind of shading every so often due to the trees, you now have full like sun kind of hitting the tent, so it starts to warm up just a little bit inside. Nothing too like horrible yet. But then at a certain point, the wagon stops, and you feel both sides of the wagon kind of shift, as you can assume both Rivern and Nyx are getting off the wagon, and you hear and see the door for the wagon open, and you see both Rivern and Nyx tying up the curtains. And they both look at you guys and just go, okay, we're kind of close to where we need to be to make camp. So we should probably start doing that right now. It's not safe to go any further since the sun is kind of getting there to being down. And Ravine doesn't want to travel too much without sunlight. So, let's start making our little setup, get a fire going, and hopefully we'll have some things going before sun sets and it becomes hard to see.
Yep.
Okay. And with that, you guys all start helping out with setting everything up. For this one, I'll say you don't need to do any survival checks since you have both Ravine and Nyx helping each one of you at when you need them. So you all have...
Very much. I can do the thing with animate dead skeletons of just giving them an order, having one with like a bell, and having a couple with like bells or something, who, if they spot an intruder, will just start ringing.
Okay. So you do start making your little... Well, obviously I don't think they're going to be little, but your your little security system.
Little guys.
Oh, guys.
Look, I know they're literally full-sized human corpses, but they're just little guys.
They're just little guys. They're just little babies.
Or humanoid.
The babies.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you are setting that up, and like I said, Rivern and Nyx are helping with setting everything up. They're setting like a little fire. I'll say you guys do kind of see Nyx use her own little system of magic to create like a fire on the tip of her finger, and she sets a blaze, the little campfire that was made. Definitely setting a couple areas up to like just to get some of the cargo off the wagon. And I will say for Rivern, is untying the horses and taking them to a post that he made. That way they can not have to have any of the weight of the wagon on them, and starts helping them with some food as well. So yeah, you guys all have a little area, a little camp for yourselves. So yeah, is there anything you guys want to do at the moment? Anything you guys want to say, want to do, set something up? Well, I know Yulin setting up her security system.
Yeah.
But for Octavia and Auric, if there's anything you guys want to do, say at all. Oh, weird. Oops. Oh boy.
Orc will just look at the hours and say, "Do your best to stay safe tomorrow. I'll keep anyone from getting hurt if I can."
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that first part. Who'd you say that to? I'm sorry.
Just the others in general.
Okay. I'll say Rivern. He nods in agreement to you, and Nyx, she tells you, well, just as long as you do what you can and what you're good at, we'll fight by your side. If push comes to shove. I forgot I gotta. Right. I forgot I had to add something. Ooh! That is actually that. Shit. If my pencil could not do the dumb that it likes to do. Okay. Okay. Like I said, if there's anything else you guys want to do, you can do it now. Or if there's nothing you want to do, just let me know.
Us.
Nope.
Okay. Leanne, was there anything you wanted to do?
I believe I have everything set and ready.
Okay. And if that is the case, as the sun is going down, you all are sitting all together and having some food that Nyx helped cook up. It's definitely not much. It's nothing overly fancy, overly special, but it is definitely something to help with keeping you guys full. Hold on, I gotta adjust this. There we go. That's perfect. But like I said, as the night kind of starts to dwindle and some of the stars come out and even the moon, still very bright as it unusually is. Kind of interesting. I want you all to make a perception check real quick, and I'm gonna do that for the others as well. That is a bunch of dice I have to roll.
Okay, at least it wasn't a 10. It's an 11.
Okay. 11's good.
That's 12.
Well, Nyx definitely does not see shit. So we got an 11 and 12. And okay, Ravine has decent eyesight. Octavia? Pardon? Your mic is
Oh, sorry. 8.
8. Okay. So, I think she 8. Okay, for you, Octavia, you're not really hearing much. You're kind of engrossed with what's going on currently and nothing outside of it. For Nyx, Yulin, and Orc, you said you got a 12?
Yes.
Yes. You three together, you kind of hear something happening outside from you guys. It's definitely kind of hard to tell if it's regular footsteps or animal footsteps. It's definitely kind of hard to tell what could be happening. It could definitely just be nature. Otherwise, for Ravine, he fully stands up from his spot. The drink that he once had in his hand completely just falls to the ground, and he immediately is looking in a very certain direction. And he, with his I forgot he has like very good eyesight. He immediately is just like, there are people. There's people here. I can see them. I don't trust them.
Rings on.
I don't think so at the moment. They don't look like those other people. They're much shorter. And he kind of stops. And you kind of see him squint his eyes. And he's like, they don't look as scrawny as the others. I don't trust them. And he looks towards Nyx and just goes, grab it. Immediately. Now. And without even a second guess, she just goes, okay, you're serious now. Okay. And you see her bolt, like, through the fire. Literally, she runs through the fucking fire. And you see her going over to the side of the wagon where her bag is. And you just see her pull out her great axe into her hands. And she comes right back over to, close to where the skeleton, you did reanimate skeleton, right? Or
Yeah.
yeah, she goes right over to where they are, and you see her having she's standing, she's readying herself for whatever could happen. And Ravine looks at you three and just goes, I don't know what these people have in mind, but they do not look safe.
Well, neither are we, luckily. And he
How
pulls
close
his
are-
crossbow off his back.
How close are they to each other?
Are you trying to look in their direction?
Yeah. Could I fit a large number of them in, say, a I don't know, just for throwing random things out there, a 20-foot radius sphere?
If you did, I will say you could probably maybe get about 2 of them.
Two?
Yeah. I will ask, what is your
Within
dark
40
vision?
feet of each other.
What's your dark vision?
I don't know if changelings get it.
I don't know. I'm also gonna look that up too.
Let me look that up real quick.
I should know this because someone else is a changeling.
No, they don't get dark vision.
They don't get.
They are one of the like 2 races that don't get dark vision.
That's
Oh yeah.
weird. Why is that? That makes no sense. Yeah, they. Wow. That makes, in my honest opinion, that makes no sense for what they are. You would
Yeah,
think.
you'd think they'd have it, considering how many things they might need to pretend to be that do have dark vision.
Yeah. At least, like, you would
To be
expect.
fair, it is a
But I guess
giveaway.
you need a spell for
It is
that.
a giveaway.
Yeah.
That's a fun, like, limitation on it. The
Yeah.
whole...
That is fair. Okay. And I know obviously with dark vision, typically when you have dark vision, everything is in gray, but you are able to at least kind of see them. And without it, you can't really see shit. Besides, if you strain your eyes. I'll say the people that if you were to try to hit, like I said, the rough estimate would be 2. But since you don't have dark vision, the way you would maybe be able to see them is if you could see a slight glare off of like a weapon or something due to the moon being as bright as it is right now.
Hmm.
That would probably be the only giveaway of where they are.
Wait a minute. This would be so fucking funny.
Oh boy.
Okay. I'm going to fucking scream. I'm going to die. Bonula Jones
What
can
happened?
see to 60 feet in dark vision.
Okay.
I can use Bonula Jones's senses.
Activate bone vision.
I can look through...
Okay.
Activate bone vision.
Okay, so
Let's do it.
I'll ask, where did you place him?
What do you mean? Like,
Is he close to where like Nyx and the others
yeah,
like skeletons?
yeah.
Okay. In the direction that he is probably like able to do like a quick sweep of with the dark vision, he is slightly able to at least see 4 people who are sporadically spread out. I will say for some of them it's between 20 to at least 40, 50-ish feet apart from each other on some of them.
I see. Oh, well, you know, I don't.
Jones can see.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Okay. So, before I ever have to say any kind of words, is there anything you guys want to do before I have to utter a dumb word?
What's the dumb word?
It's my favorite word. Actually, would this motherfucker have 1 for initiative? I don't know how initiative works.
Plus dexterity modifier.
He gets
Did
fucking.
you not
Always
know
dexterity
that?
unless they say something else.
Soul.
No, that's for one of the characters. He basically would have none. There's a very specific reason. You'll see.
All right.
But yeah,
Like, is the dex modifier minus?
it's a 0.
So
I'd assume it would be a 0.
Yep.
So yeah, anything you guys?
Yeah, be a +0 to initiative, so just a flat roll.
Gotcha. Excellent. Is there anything you guys want to do before or?
Don't think so, no.
Okay. Octavia, anything you want to do? I mean, granted, you don't really hear much besides being told that there are people because of Ravine.
Nope, she is completely good and ready for whatever happens.
Okay, then yep. Initiative, please.
Yeah.
Which means I gotta do it for
14.
Yes.
14. That's good. Let's see about this guy.
That's a cool 6.
Okay, that's very flat.
That's an 8.
Okay. Let me bring up my notes app. So we have, I see a 14, and then there was an 8, and then this dumb fuck got 11. What was yours again, Orc?
6.
6. Okay. Let me get my girl. Please be something that is not as horrendous as an 11, please. If I can roll. Holy shit!
kidding.
Damn!
Hell yeah.
Damn, this girl, she's gonna... I swear. Okay, for the others, I think I have what I want for...
I'm gonna grab Gatorade. I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Gotcha. I think I just have to find the saved notes I have for them. Where, oh where... Oh where is the thing? There it is. I found it. Crud. It's not there. Oh wait, I can just go to D&D and just D&D Beyond and just find people who've made this.
That's the benefit of communities.
Yep. Now give me some people.
Yes.
Give me your dumbest people known to man. Where's... Wait, I need my filters. No, I don't care about that. Ah! I don't need all this information. I just need to say what I want. This. Oh, this should help. Does this help? Bruh, I hate that. Ah!
You got this.
I just need something basic. That's all I need. Okay, yeah. That actually will work wonderful for me. I can just use this for all of them, so I will... Oh, come on. Okay, that's what theirs would be. So... Okay, let me put this in correct order down here. So we got that. And then that. That's Nyx. That's Evelyn. We got that. Holy shit, that wasn't even close to his name. Yeah. And then let me get these dummies. I'm gonna do like small groups of them at the same time just to make it easy for me. Holy shit. So let's see. 2. Then hat. They get to go last. Haha. Okay, I think okay, that will be fantastic. Okay, first up in this order is, in fact... Oh, shit, that's fucking stupid. Okay, let me bring up Nyx real quick. Where are you, my girl? Where's the baby? She's not a baby, but she's a baby. Okay, she's going to go for the first person that she can see, since I think... Do these people get dark vision? They do have dark vision, so she's able to see them. With a little bit of help. So she's going to attack the first person she can see. I think that hits. Yep, that hits. Where's... Why am I using this girl's dice? Why am I using her stuff? That's a D12. The fuck does a D12 look like? How do I not know this? What the fuck? Yo, what the f... Oh, that's a D12. I know what I'm doing. Shit. Shit. Okay. So... 9... 3... And... Okay, yeah, she, basically... Wow, these guys are kind of weak. So for the first person that she goes after, Yulin, are you still looking through the Bone Layer Jones for this one?
Yeah.
So through Mr. Jones, you basically see Nyx. You see her head snap over to the first person that she can see. You see her go straight for him, which is not very far away. And you see her take her great axe, and she slices through the first guy, and you just see his torso just, like, come apart, basically. Like, it goes from, like, the shoulder down to, like, his, like, abdomen, and he just splits. One down. So, that's gonna be from... this group. And I think she gets another attack. She does. That's her bonus action. I'm not gonna have her do that. Her second attack, she is going to she's definitely gonna look around again to see if she can see anybody. She sees the next guy kind of closest, and she runs over to him, and she's going to try to land an attack on him. That hits. And with that one, you see her take her great axe once again, and she goes and she tries to hack at him, but he is still standing, but he is bleeding. What the fuck happened to my thumb? The fuck?
Oh no.
Huh? Like, I'm not bleeding, but what the fuck?
What did happen?
It's doing some weird...
Did the dice get your thumb?
No, I'm not bleeding, but my thumb is peeling for some reason.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Ew. That sucks.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. So... let me just write in my notes. Okay. And with that, that is going to be the end of Nyx's turn. And now it's for the bandits, or one of them. Let me go to his page. I'm trying to think of how close. He is actually going to... yeah. He's actually going to try to take a swing at Nyx for this one. So... with his scimitar. Let me see if that hits her. Yep, that does in fact hit her. That is a 1d6. Okay. It's not a whole lot of damage being done to her. I'll say once again, for Yulin, she is looking through Mr. Jones, and you see the guy that Nyx attacked, who is still bleeding. You see him take something, and you see him kind of like slashing at her, and she kind of like goes to the side a little bit, and you see her kind of drop her weapon just a tiny bit, still in her one hand, but you see her clutch the side of her like ribs, her rib area.
Mm.
And for the other guy, I will say he kind of gets up close enough to like, how am I gonna say this? All you guys can see is a person who comes very close up, and you guys are kind of able to make out the individual in question, just with the help of the light source. But past that, he's really not able to do anything. Past that, so he used all his movement. Next is Yuelin.
Right. Is there any given... Oh, hold on, wait a minute. No, I have something for this.
Oh.
Hold on. Sorry, just a second. I'm just looking things up.
It is all good.
Right. I will summon undead.
Ooh. Okay. What does summon undead do?
I will open up the bag containing the gilded dragon skull.
Oh boy. Let's see.
As a skeletal dragon head begins to manifest and shoot this bolt of necrotic energy from its mouth at one of the bandits.
Okay. Do you hit the... Oh.
That is a... that's a hit. That's a hit. I rolled a natural 19.
Yes, that definitely hits.
Right, that's...
Oh, well, so are you hitting the one that you guys are now fully able to, like, see perfectly, or...?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so that's 10 damage. 10 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then... how many skeletons did I say I had? Was it 5?
I have no clue. If you want to say 5, you can.
I think it was 5, not including Bonula. I order a volley on said same bandit.
Okay.
They aim their short bows.
Okay. And... How
Just
did?
a moment.
Okay.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them?
Don't worry, they're not very good. Alright. Those rolls are decent.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So. That is. Attack rolls. +4 to hit, so that's. What's the AC?
It is a 12.
All of those hit.
Okay. Yep. He is. And you said that's all with arrows.
Short bows, yes.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so I just want to find out the damage of that one, though.
Okay, but I will definitely say he is definitely dead, and he has a whole bunch of arrows in him.
Okay, so that's 5d6s. Plus, +2 plus my prof bonus. That's 6, 12, 15 plus 25. That's that's 40. That's not okay.
Oh boy.
That's not okay at all. Oh no. What have I done?
Like I said, he is very much dead. If there was any doubt that he was not dead, he dead. Even to make it funny, the last shot that hit him definitely just pinned him down by his throat. Just.
Nice.
Damn.
Okay. Is there anything else that you're able to do?
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay. With that, it turns to Ravine, and with this one, he kind of stands closer to the edge, and he kind of surveys the surroundings, and he goes and I hate spells. Why must I do this to myself? I love them, but I hate them. But I love them. Spells are fun. Let me find this son of a gun. Here. Oh, shit. Don't fall. Okay. He is going to use here. I see nothing. That's some bullshit. Why the fuck is that not there? Hold on. I gotta go to now I gotta go to my D&D character Crick, just to figure out what the hell this thing does. Lovely jubbly.
Yeah, truly is lovely, Dublin.
I hate D&D Beyond sometimes. Okay.
I hate it all the time. That's why I use World Anvil, that is not the sponsor of this stream.
I have
I am
much
just
fun.
chilling for the love of the game.
Hell yeah. So
Someone get this girl an Adrook.
My goodness, no. I'm not trusted with shit. I think that's... Is that just for everything? Oh, no. I'm dumb. I'm the dumb one. Hit.
No.
Oh. You... Oh, no, wait. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fuck. Nope. You notice Ravine, he looks towards the side. You see his hand cast out, and you see him try to hit one of the bandits that cannot be currently seen, but only he can. And you do see it go flying, and for a split second you are able to kind of see the being as it goes right past them and hits something else. And I think with that, I don't... What counts as... What counts? What's a bonus action? Why am I looking at her? You don't do magic. I gotta go to you. You do magic. You can do magic. Ba-da-ba-bum. You can have everything. Nope. Okay. Yep. Poor Ravine. He tries to do something. It don't go well for him, sadly. But he gave it his college try. And with that, it is now some more bandits. For them, they're not really able to do much since they are now just trying to kind of get closer, except for one, because they are going to try to make a pot shot at... He's going to try to make a pot shot at Nyx for this one. Just because she's more in the action, trying to attack. So... Shit. Okay, that may or may not hit, I don't know. Nope, it does not hit her at all. And she's able to kind of dodge out of the way from it. So next up is Auric. It is your turn. I will let you know currently.
All right.
What's your dark vision, just real quick? You should have 60.
Dark vision, 60 feet.
Okay, so since some of them kind of moved up now, you are able to faintly see a couple of them. You are able to see the one that tried to take a pot shot at Nyx, very clearly, since they came a little bit forward, but more aiming towards her. So you are definitely able to see them.
All right. Auric will take aim at the one that just tried to shoot Nyx and cast True Strike.
Ooh, okay.
So the bolt in his crossbow seems to transform into just pure light before he lets it loose. So that is a 12 to hit.
Yep, that's right on the money.
Damn, still hits. Nice. So that is... 26 radiant damage.
You take that shot after seeing him try to hit Nyx, and he instantly holy shit. He's just I will ask how do you want to kill him? I will ask. Since that does kill him.
The bolt of light just burns directly through his chest like there was nothing even there.
Nice. So yeah, you hit him just square, and he does look down at his chest after being hit, and looks towards you, and just falls to the side. The crossbow that he had in his hand just coming out of his, falling to the side.
Auric looks to the other bandits, and he doesn't say anything, but the expression on his face is kind of, okay, who's next?
Okay. And is there anything else you're able to
So
do?
that's my turn.
Okay, that's your turn.
Nothing I
Octavia,
would like to do.
Hello.
it's your turn now. Do you also have dark vision? I think.
She
Elves
should,
have dark
right?
vision,
Half
yes,
half
yes.
elves have dark vision, right?
Right? I think
Yes.
so.
Could
Yes.
still be 60 feet. Let me look that up to confirm.
Yeah, I'm gonna look in my book because sadly I have.
Yep, 60 feet.
Yeah.
So she is going to take out her rapier from its sheath and she is going to run to the closest one.
Okay. So you run up to. I'm trying to mentally see. Okay, you run up to the one that is close, like a little bit farther away from the one closest to the guy that fell. So obviously you're going more towards the left. So what do you do?
I am going to swing.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That is a 17.
That hits.
That is a 12.
Okay. Let me just do this. You take a swing at the guy, and you definitely get that rapier into him nice and good. But he is barely standing. Like he's not wobbling too much, but he's up.
Okay.
So, yeah, is there anything else you would like to do or are able to do?
Um, I'd like to give Bardic Inspiration to the next turn.
Okay, so definitely after the one bandit, it would go to Nyx. So,
Okay.
okay, so I'm trying to mentally. So, I'm just trying to remember. So Nixon, this guy, and then the two. Was down. Okay, okay, I got this now. I had to rethink of it in my head. So, with that, it's now one more guy, one more silly guy. He. Let me try to think. I will say for at least Auric, well actually, yeah, Auric and Octavia and Ravine, you three are able to see this one other guy kind of far back. For at least the two that have the 60 feet, it's slightly hard to see him, but obviously with Ravine, you can see a little bit further. But you are able to make out someone kind of further back who he is kind of moving, but not towards you guys, more towards the side. But he does not do anything. He's just moving. So that will be end of his turn. We go to Nyx as she is going to take a swing at the guy she tried to kill. Let me get back to her thing. Oh, yep, she definitely hits him. Oh, wait, that's the wrong die. This is the die. And, yep, she, after taking that that side gashing to her, she manages to bring her battle axe up, and she takes another great swing at him, and is able to just cut him in half as well. And she turns towards me get rid of this guy real quick. She looks towards to where yeah. Sorry, just try to make sure I know what I'm doing. She looks towards where you, Octavia, are, and she starts making her way towards you. But she's a little bit out of reach for that. So that is about the end of what Octavia has. So that is going to be basically the end of her turn. She's fairly close to where you, Octavia, and the two others are, but she is not really able to do anything past that. Next is Elwyn.
Yes. Right. Okay, how many bandits are remaining?
So there's the two that are very close to where Octavia are. And then there's
Yeah.
the one that is fairly far out. When it comes to looking through Jones, it's kind of hard to say, like almost damn near impossible. And even since no dark vision, even then it's hard to tell. But at least watching Ravine moving his head, you can tell there's someone definitely out there just by that context clue alone.
I'll just unleash the volley again
Okay.
at that singular target.
Okay.
Right. First things first, the actual dragon head thing. That is a 17
Okay.
to
Yep.
hit.
Yep, that hits.
Is um 11 necrotic damage.
Okay. I gotta do some math on this one. Okay, we are going to round up. Okay, he's still standing.
Cool. Will he be after this though? I cast 5 fucking arrows.
Okay.
One of those is a crit, 2 of those miss. The 2 others hit.
Okay.
Okay. So that's crit 1. Double damage, double dice.
Yep.
Wait, which one?
Double damage.
Cool. Right. The crit was 4 plus 4 plus 5. That's 9, 18 damage. And then the other 2 20.
Okay.
The hell is this?
I will let you know one thing.
Yeah.
He's not really down. I mean, he's laying down, but
Pinned against.
it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do or able to do?
Nothing comes to mind really.
Okay. With that, it is now Ravine's turn, and he is he moves his attention away from the one guy that you shot a bunch of arrows at, and he turned towards the guys who are near Octavia, and he is going to. What is he going to do? He's going to do magic missile on them. Instantly this works on every different which checks. So that should be three glowing dice. Okay. Give me my D4. And he's going to full force it on one of the bandits. The one closer to the dead body. So, forgot. He actually has to hit. Is it actually just once that he has to hit? Or, wait. I can't remember. With Magic Missile, I don't actually have to roll to hit.
No, it automatically
No, you don't.
deals damage.
Sweet.
That's like the big thing about Magic Missile.
Sweet. We love that. So, that's...
Yep. Love it or hate it, it's the most consistent spell in the game.
You know, I love it.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yep. I mean, if you've ever seen character I made for well, I didn't make the character for that campaign. Not even close, but like the character I played in the Blood,
Yeah.
you will know how much I love Magic Missile.
Let me make sure I know how healthy this guy is, which is probably not very much. So he is down to... Okay. So he hits the one guy, and he is looking very rough, and he has definitely been pushed off onto his back now. And yep, that's basically the end of his turn. And now we have the bandits, and definitely the one who got knocked over definitely has to waste his action getting up. I'm just gonna have him just waste his action doing that. The other one, though, is going to try to take a swing at you, Octavia.
Oh?
He's gonna try.
He's gonna try.
Yep, he's gonna try. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Silvery barbs.
I thought that
When I
was...
said I wasn't gonna let anyone get hurt, did you think I was joking?
Hold on, I gotta look something up. Man, I can't spell shit. Okay. Okay, so I just have to re-roll that again. Correct?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Correct.
Watch it just be a 12.
And take the lower result, I think. Let me confirm that.
Okay. Well, I think it still
Yeah,
hits
the lower
because my higher roll was that 13. So now it's back. I think it's
Well,
back.
yeah, that's still a hit then.
Yep. So you are still being hit, Octavia. But it'll be okay. You take 7 slashing damage.
Okay. Fair enough.
And that is actually going to be the end of that guy's turn. So now it's Oric's turn.
Alright, so because Silver Barbs, I get to give someone advantage on the next roll. I pick Auric. and I am going to True Strike the person who just hit Octavia.
Okay.
Doesn't True Strike give you advantage though?
I don't know.
Huh?
I have no clue.
True Strike
Doesn't True Strike
2024
literally
True Strike
already
does
give
not.
you? What the fuck? It doesn't?
They completely changed how it works. It's just you
No,
make
as
an
in,
attack
like-
using your spellcasting modifier instead of.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
It's the one that works kind of like Booming Blade, but with ranged weapons as well.
Yeah. Mm.
So that is a 23 to hit. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that hits.
Yep, that definitely hits.
And that is 22 radiant damage.
And he's dead.
Yep.
He just falls.
Now it's going right through both arms.
Oh, yeah, he... Ugh. He hurt. But he not hurt, he dead. He just...
It's bad.
It bad for them. They should not have done this.
I hope this is setting a consistent example for what happens when you hit the party.
Yep. Okay. Is there anything else you are able to do?
I don't believe so. Let me just look up one thing real quick.
Gotcha.
Nope, that's it.
Gotcha. So next is Octavia.
Wonderful. I am going to try to hit the next closest guy.
Well, the next closest
What
guy is
with?
the one that hit you.
What with?
Hell yeah.
Well, actually, no, that would be the guy who got back up. That guy that hit you is dead now. So it's the guy who just got back up.
Fuck yeah. Like before, she's gonna be using her rapier.
Okay.
Hey, reminder. Bards have a very fun and useful feature.
Yeah?
It's called spells.
Yeah,
Oh shit!
they do. They do have spells. Unless you're someone like me who refused to use spells for one of my characters until they were fighting Strahd.
That's very funny.
Damn.
That, it just fits for the character until she used slow on a hag, and then it was funny. Slow is
Your resident D&D girly who genuinely needs to learn spells. But
Honestly, looking at the PHB's spell section is genuinely fun.
Yes.
I know a lot about D&D spells. I constantly like
It-
I can't even say I don't play bards because I've played a bard in another campaign.
It's one of those
I
where,
just-
like, playing as any spellcaster, you just get one turn. You get one action. But when you're a melee, you can get two. And if you're a specific kind of college of bard, you get those two actions. But you can't use them on spells.
Yeah.
Thank you, college.
I
of
will say I have a
Swords.
very nice like database of spells here so that I can look through every official spell ever published and then just pick Magic Missile and Shield again.
Yeah. Okay. What you doing there, Octavia?
For now, she's gonna still take a rapier, and it was a 17.
Yep, that hits.
That is a 10.
Yep, that kills him. You
Fuck
just
yeah. Also, oh, poor Octavia, baby. That's gonna. She's gonna be like, oh no.
I can just see you just after being hit, you just slash at the guy and then realizing you just killed him. Just go, oh shit.
Yeah, she has the world's biggest like, what have I done?
Yeah. So yeah. Now it's just one remaining. Is there anything else you would like to do though, Octavia? Or is that it?
As always, bardic inspiration to the next. Well, I'll give it. Who's lower on HP? Is Edwin or Oric lower on HP?
Elwin's literally unharmed.
I am not taking
believe.
damage.
Currently it's Nyx.
Okay, well then I'll give it to Nyx.
Okay. So, one last bandit. I will say, for Ravine, he tells all you guys, as he's now focusing his attention on that area, he is looking directly towards where that last bandit was and just goes, that bandit, he has something. He has, oh shit, oh no. Damn it! Why's, and you see him so frustrated. And reminder, this is a timid guy, and he's frustrated. He doesn't break his line of sight when he turns to you guys and goes, that motherfucker took he took something, and you see his head following as you see him just watching the guy running. He's just like, where the fuck, that's, huh? Why is he going that direction? And you see him watching towards the wagon, but with the limited amount of information given, it's hard to understand. Because poor Ravine, he's trying to give the fucking word. Commentation. I think that's how you say it. I refuse.
Commentary?
Yeah, commentary. On what he is saying. And then realizing that you guys probably don't understand what he's saying, he goes, okay, sorry. So that last bandit that you hit, he took something, he got up, and he bolted the fuck out of here towards the direction that we're going. I don't know what his stupid idea is, but he gone. He's just gone. What the fuck? And then Nyx comes over, slightly hurt, and she's just like, so he pussied out? He just left without trying to fight us? Wow. Didn't even try to give us a good fight. And Ravine just looks and goes, we might end up seeing him? I don't know. That could happen?
Did he run away?
Yeah,
Sorry,
he ran.
I was gonna say, did he run away or did he seemingly go invisible? Okay, he ran, okay.
Yeah, he fucking ran.
The old-fashioned way.
Yeah, so he's gone now. Completely out of sight at this point. So yeah. You guys handled some bandits. And let me change the music a little bit. Let's do this one. Ooh, this one's good. After getting that confirmation that the guy is gone, my brain just stopped for half a second. Ravine comes over to some of the bandits that are now dead on the ground, and he goes through their pockets and pouches, and he pulls out like a couple copper with a couple of them. One of them looks like he had like 5 gold on him, not really too much to do a hell of a lot with. A couple of them did have some other weapons on hand, but obviously they weren't really using it. But when he goes over to where the one guy had been just barraged with attacks, he looks over the area and he starts patting at the ground. And he realizes that there's something that was there, but now it's not. Obviously, the guy was there, but something else that he's just not able to really make out. And obviously, since it's very dark, it's also not able to really be seen as clearly. But he goes back to you guys and just goes, Well, guy's gone now. There's really no reason to worry too much. I mean, I don't think he's gonna come back after all this. He is heading in the direction we need to go. There's that downside. Our safe guess is that was just all of them. Hopefully. And he does look towards Nyx and just goes, "Are you okay? You got a heavy beating there for a second." Nyx just replies, I'm fine. I have my stuff. I have my own potions. I don't need whatever you want to give me, buddy. I am well equipped." And Ravine just nods. He's just like, okay. And he heads over to his sleeping area and kind of just passes out a little bit. But for Nyx, she does come over to you guys and just goes, "I hope that didn't taint any sleep that you might be needing." Hopefully. That was definitely not expected. Are you guys gonna be okay?
Not to be overconfident, but it wasn't exactly difficult.
I mean, yeah, bandits are not always going to be well prepared. I'm shocked that the one kind of was for whatever he had. But I guess bandits are going to be a little bit more common coming towards this way. Maybe. Who knows? You would expect bandits to be closer to the cities, but maybe they don't want to be there anymore. Who knows? But if you guys hear anything, see anything, don't be afraid to just alert us. Obviously, we're going to be right back into fighting if we need to. But I would rather we get some sleep. I kind of need it after taking a little bit of a beating there. And you do see her kind of going over to her side where she got kind of hit with. She just goes, this is going to suck a little bit later, trying to sleep. But hopefully it doesn't suck for you guys. You guys were rather strong.
She smiles.
I'll be alright, yes.
Good. Well, I'm going to take a healing potion and I'm going to go to sleep. See you guys in the morning. And she walks away from you guys to where her little area is.
You notice that she has some tears forming in her eyes, and she like wipes them away with her hand, hoping nobody saw.
Oh man! Not Octavia crying.
Actually, can I make a perception check for that?
Yeah, if you want to.
I mean, I was asking Octavia because it's kind of a character thing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That is an 18.
Yeah, you totally saw her do it.
Are you alright? I hope that wasn't too violent for you.
Oh, it's fine.
If you say so. We should get some sleep, definitely.
She nods.
Okay.
She actually killed a motherfucker. Like, it's one thing for her to kill, like, dragons or fight enemies, but this was like a person.
Yeah.
This was a bandit. Like, this is a person.
Yep.
Like, there is no cognitive dissonance of like, oh, it's a monster or oh, it's a creature. Like, this is a person.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to come to terms with, and hey,
I'll-
maybe you never should.
I'll take care of disposing of the bodies. Don't worry.
Okay.
She nods again, and you can tell she is just holding back a river of tears.
Aww. Poor girl.
It's like they had families. They were probably only bandits because they needed the money.
I mean, who knows why they did this? There was nothing that was left behind to state it.
Did they have, like, okay, actually, with disposing them, do they have any, like, loot or anything on them that would be, like, indicative of, like, an organization? Or are they straight up just, like, an independent, like, group?
For the most part, there was really nothing that could say if they belonged to a group or not. Yeah.
Damn, they really were just a section of bandits.
Yep.
Oof. And especially, Octavia's fun because she's inverted from a lot of my other characters where, like, she was born to a poor father, yes, but she grew up in a very affluent environment because of her uncle and because of all the money he had funneled into her education, specifically her arts education. Because, you know, let's get real, Mr. Honey always creates what he wants out of other people. He wanted his niece to be a star. He funded her to be so. So it's very funny that, like, her experience with wealth and wealth inequality is so unique,
Yeah.
but it's hitting her hard. She's like, I wonder if we could have just paid them.
I mean, they definitely did not come in wanting to take things easy.
They didn't come in making it easy. Had they, like, just tried mugging the party, she probably would have just paid them.
Funny thing is, that's exactly what they were trying if it wasn't for Ravine.
Hell yeah.
That man has
Oh,
eyesight.
damn.
He has like 120 eyesight.
Wow.
Drow.
Fair. But yeah, it's definitely hitting her. She's just sat there. Like, you can tell. Listen, Octavia's not the most complex character, but you can tell that she's just thinking. And she's like, I wonder if we could have done anything to prevent them from this.
Yeah. But, okay. With coming back, after disposing the bodies, and figuring out that they definitely were not part of any kind of
They
organization.
totally were disposed of.
Oh yeah, totally. Uh-huh.
Nothing happened to them.
Mm-hmm. Totally did not get stuffed.
I love that one party member is just straight up building, like, a
Army.
necromancy army.
What army? I don't have an army. I got
Legion of the Damned.
all I got is an army of ants. The ants in question, giant people. Oh, I
Her
told
ant farm.
Those are just business associates.
yeah. I
I
totally
just
don't.
have lots of good, very good friends.
Those are just business associates.
It's like, why do you have a whole bunch of dragons just menacingly looking at us? Oh, they ain't mine. So yeah, funny enough. With a case like that, I will say, like I said, after disposing, quote unquote, disposing the bodies, and heading to get some sleep. I definitely know for Octavia, it's very restless after literally killing someone.
That girl she's not sleeping. She
Yeah.
is not sleeping that night.
Sleep for you is very difficult. Depending on for Yulin and Auric, it could be either very easy or maybe a bit restless. Let that be up to you guys.
Or keeps replaying the mental image of the bandits crumpling to the ground after being burned by his light. He feels distantly like he should feel bad about it, but he just kind of doesn't.
It's like, man, I should. feel
Eloin
bad.
is sleeping like a log.
She's just like, I did good. Oh my goodness. So yeah, poor Octavia, miserable. Poor
This
Auric.
test,
It's like, Octavia.
this test was an absolute success.
It's like,
No notes.
it's like Octavia, horrible, absolutely going through it. Mentally, it's just ah. Then there's Auric. Oh man, maybe I could have done something maybe a little bit different, but that kind of felt nice. Yulin, me.
A little Z.
Yep, basically. And then Eloin's just like, I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Never got those work.
Sleeping like a baby.
I love
yeah.
the like immoral coded heroes.
That's the fun part. It's always the fun part.
Mhm.
It's also funny when you have to play as someone who's naturally extremely good and trying to like not fuck up, and then having to deal with other people who are different. It's like, man, I uphold the law. I'm a good citizen. Why are you stealing? Stop it.
Is Octavia? Okay, so I have another
Hey
character.
guys,
Is it?
can I keep this human skeleton?
Would she even ask?
I feel like Yulin would have just done it. Just like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take this cadaver.
Necromancers will be like, is anyone gonna eat this? And then not wait
No,
for an
wait
answer.
an
Gale.
Ah.
Suspiciously human skeleton-shaped back pocket.
God damn it.
But yeah, Octavia is, she's kind of like, so I have another character that's in a non-stream campaign, and her name's Lottie, and Lottie is basically what my
Oh, not
initial
Lottie.
prototype of Octavia's development was gonna be. And so it's very fun that
God.
this is,
Oh god.
yeah, in the same vein
What, full
as
murder
like,
mode?
yeah, in the same vein of like how Hathor is kind of my prototype version of Mr. Honey fleshed out. Lottie is a variation of Octavia that I never got to play. And so the contrast between them is very fun because she's still at this point, like, I don't think she'll ever not be like the wholesome cinnamon roll type character. Like, that is just cooked into Octavia. And don't get me wrong, I love it. I love getting to once a week, I just being silly and sweet. Like, I love it. But like, goodness, when it hits hard. Like, she's an adventurer, and not only that, she is a part of a part. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She has to do this.
Yeah. Okay.
It was part of the job description.
Yup.
Precisely.
Okay. With D&D.
You did read the job description, right?
She totally did.
You can read, right?
Sure, she can.
Who said I could read? Okay. D&D. So, like I said, for each person, it's varying on how well sleep comes to you, and how well you're able to stay asleep. Like I said, at least for Auric, like I said, after 4 hours or so, you don't really need to sleep. And with that happening, you also notice Ravine up, and he is keeping the fire burning. He's keeping it lively, keeping it from going out, and he's also just kind of staring into it, kind of lost. Maybe in thought. Maybe.
Good morning. It's been a while since I've worked with someone who else who only needs their 4 hours.
You say that and you kind of just kind of spook him out of his mind, out of his thought, and he just looks over to you with like the crazed eyes that he has, and he's just like, oh, forgot. Yeah, you guys also don't need as much sleep as we do. Yeah,
Indeed.
I sometimes try to make myself go to sleep sometimes just so I can not have to.
Yep. That's us, the all elf party.
Yep. But I know there's not much that can be done once you get your full amount, but truth be told, I am just, I don't know. Never thought I would. Oh my goodness. I keep staring at the GIF. I need to scroll away from that. I'm really shocked that we could handle those people. I hope we don't ever have to see them again, though, but who knows what they might have been part of or if they were part of something. Hopefully, they weren't part of anything.
Well, Occam's razor would say they're just random grunts coming after us for pay, but it probably isn't that simple.
Yeah. It also kind of felt nice to finally use magic. I'm so used to being in the castle all the time and not being allowed to use magic, but it's safety protocol, sadly. No magic unless authorized.
It's understandable.
Yeah. I wish we don't have that
Ooh,
rule.
I may have violated that once, actually.
It's okay. As long as it's not... Typically, it's only if it's noticeable kind of magic. If it's anything like message or something, no one's gonna know. Unless you do it to one of us, then obviously that's different.
Well, right.
But stuff like what I'm allowed to do, only authorized, is due to us needing it. Like, using Zone of Truth on Key. I felt awful for doing it, but
Right.
Wolfguard said we have to use it on her. She does not cooperate, but didn't want to use it. Luckily enough, it's just a scroll that I can use, so it doesn't really hurt. But hopefully we can get all this fixed. Find Spire, get them back. Maybe find another magic user who wants to represent the magic users here. I don't know. Granted, I have heard some people that it sounds a little ridiculous, and I don't even think they would want to do it, but I've heard a couple other people who want Spire to actually be on the council.
That would certainly be interesting.
Yeah, but I highly doubt it. Spire has never wanted to step foot into here, into Sanctum at all. And not because we do anything wrong. I mean, yeah, they say that we're kind of close to the land and we keep pushing it, but we haven't really done that in forever, so it has to be someone else doing it. But I know when we had Key, that was the whole disagreement there. With the whole, this is technically nature, so you can't really own it. He makes the hand motion of just like, and so on and so forth. But once Spire figures out that Key's not in the council, maybe that could change their minds. I don't know. They could always take it. They don't have to really live here. It's a suggestion.
Only time will tell, I suppose.
Yeah. I also just hope that these people aren't torturing them. I highly doubt it from what it looked like the last time, but I mean, who knows? These people could be doing anything to them. They had like machines and items that I've never seen before. Weird contraptions that even an artificer I've ever met probably has never seen. Then again, there's not too many of them, but
Mm. Well, most of that sort of thing is equally new to me. I haven't exactly been keeping up with the times, as it were.
yeah. I know with Eltron before it fell, they weren't always with the new machines. I mean, they had some, but nothing of greatness, like what the artificers could always make. They just wanted things that could protect people, that was all.
We were never in a great rush to change along with the rest of the world just for its own sake.
Yeah. That could have been its downfall, but I don't want to tread on anything sensitive. I know that was your home.
No, it's hard to say what exactly went wrong, and I'm not even sure if I entirely want to know beyond what lets me put it back together.
Yeah. I mean, unless God of Prophecy himself could tell Quincy how to fix it, but that's not how that works, sadly. He can't just be like, here's how you fix this problem. Because that's not how that works. It's always the crypticness behind it. But maybe one day we'll get
Nothing
better
can be
answers.
simple.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get better answers here soon. And maybe we'll find Quincy, wherever she is. She's everywhere and nowhere and up and down and left and right, in the ground, in the air, in the clouds. She's everywhere. Wish I could fly like her. Not always blessed to have the fun of flight. Wish I could find a spell of flying, but a scroll of it would be nice.
I do actually know how to cast that.
Really?
It's been a long time since I wrote a scroll, but I could try at some point when all this is over.
Well, that would be quite fun. Quite fun indeed.
I suppose it's a plan then.
Yeah. And hopefully maybe... And he kind of thinks for a second before he says anything else. But he kind of looks back at the fire and just says, soon the sun will rise and we'll be on our feet again. I'm going to look at the map one more time just to make sure that we're on the right path. I believe we are, but just to double check where we're at and where we're positioning, we should be close to the entrance of the jungle area. I will let you know, there are some people that live in the jungle area. Not just these new people, but this group that chooses to live in the jungle. They work with dragons. Fascinating people.
Dragons, you say?
Yeah. They try to study all of them. They don't like leaving the jungle area at all. They have sustained themselves pretty well there. I'm shocked, but if they can do it, they can do it.
I take it they're peaceful?
Oh yeah, extremely peaceful. Hell, they literally have dragons there themselves that are like bodyguards, but they don't theoretically do anything. I mean, they're dragons, they can, but they're kind of just like dogs. They just sit there.
If we weren't in a rush, it might have been nice to meet them.
Well, we're going to be going close to them, so we might be able to see them. I think even... And he kind of looks around and thinks for half a second. He's like, actually, I think they actually have some eggs that they are hatching soon.
Oh my goodness.
So they might be having some drakes be born soon.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
And she looked so excited.
I've never seen a dragon hatch. I imagine it must be quite the spectacle.
Oh yeah, these people talk wonders of what it's like. They hatch them and raise them, and then they take them to like a certain area outside the jungle and let them be free so they can live. They try to rescue a lot of them. I don't know how they do it, but they do. I think the more recent clutch that they're doing this time is blue, and I think bronze dragons. I think that's what they're trying to breed this time, or at least let them hatch safely. Gotta add
Oh,
that
wow.
safe part.
Interesting.
Yeah. If we ever got the chance, maybe we could see it. But who knows? They always keep them in a reclused area, and they're. And he ponders. He's like, I think it's a castle.
Mm.
They keep them in a certain area. That way they can incubate. But I think it would be fun to see them. Maybe we can even meet one of the princes. There's like multiple princes.
Oh?
Let me make sure I'm saying it. Typing it. Nah, fuck. There. I got it correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
that's
this.
the correct grammar.
Okay.
But you have immediately gotten her attention. She goes, oh?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Octavia's she's struggling, so she definitely hears the dragon part.
Not only the dragon part, but the princess part. Like she's interested.
Ravine hearing you now awake, she's just like, he's like, oh, I thought you would have been asleep as well. Trouble sleeping?
No worries about that.
But yeah, in this kingdom area, they have multiple princes. It's like a different reigns of monarchy and hierarchy, or however they choose to describe it there. And each faction works with different dragons, but they're all collectively in one base area.
Hmm.
There's this one that he keeps talking about, this special dragon that he's had visions of.
Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't describe it too often, but he said its greatness is one that he would wish he could actually hatch from an egg. But from how he has described that thing, from my times that I've met him, I don't think it could ever happen. It sounds too powerful to ever exist.
So he sounds like not a visionary. What's it called when someone's looking for the future?
Optimus?
Innovator?
Okay, yeah, yeah.
She nods. Optimist is a good word too, though.
Yeah. He's always the optimistic one.
Mm.
He's always wanting the best out of everybody. Always trying to convince people that all dragons are kind of equal to each other. Granted,
Huh.
I've told him if you say that to what's happening in the mountains, those dragons probably would kill him.
Hmm. It sounds like he has a pretty good head on his shoulders.
Yeah, he's a lot more open. Much more opener than the others. The others are equally, but
Hmm.
but yeah, I think I've been talking too much about that one. I gotta make sure that our plan is still in motion. And you see him kind of leaning back on his hands. And you see him kind of drifting away in his thoughts. And I'll say, as time passes, the sun starts to rise. And as it gets to a certain point, Ravine is still out in space. He's still thinking. But for Nyx, she does start to wake up. And she kind of shakes out her shoulders a little bit. And kind of gets herself motivated to stand up. A little wobbly. But she gets herself up and she grabs her great axe, holds it onto her shoulder, and walks over to her bag and just sets it down right next to it.
Oh yeah. Now, I hope this doesn't come across as impolite, but I just wanted to let you know it's like 10:20 now.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's 3:21 here, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I completely know. Well, my goodness, my fucking cat is outside. I'm just going to ignore her for now. She's gonna be fine. But yeah, I was, like I said, I'm just trying to get to a certain point, which is here shortly. I will say for everybody else, you all get up at your respective time, get yourself all ready, getting any armor back on, grabbing your stuff, and Nyx helps you guys up back into the wagon as Ravine is getting the horses awake, ready, feeding, and getting them hoisted and readied for some more traveling with the wagon. I will say if there's anything you guys do want to say as this is happening, you can. If there is anything you want to say, just let me know.
Oric was going to talk to Ellen about something, but that was going to take a little bit, so I figure we can do that out of session.
Of course.
Okay. Then, okay. I'll say as y'all are getting started to head out, everything's all strapped in, and whatnot. Guys start making your way into the jungle area, and yeah, I'll say I'll leave it there, and I'll just end the session there.
Nice.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, I just want to.
Fantastic
good.
job.
Yeah, I just want to get us onto the
That was
road.
very fun.
Yes.
I love this campaign, and I love these characters so much.
Yes. Okay. I will.
Yeah. This is fun.
You get to
I
play my
am
silly little baby.
off.
Okay. I will go in stream and I will be back.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Good
night,
Good night
sweet
to all.
dreams.
Good night to chat.
Love and appreciate all of y'all.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Yep.
Yippee!
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream. Love you guys.
Okay. And that is the end of today's session. I definitely was trying to get through at least a couple things on my list. I was really hoping that some of this could be done in the same stream, but obviously that's not always how it goes. So yep. Next session is definitely going to be still a lot more tamer. There's not going to be too much going on, but hopefully I will see you guys next session. Hopefully everything will be a-okay. I'm trying to make sure that a lot of the sessions that we're going to be having are going to be okay. There is a shot in the dark that sessions might move to Thursdays. just because I want to start doing more sessions like every week. That way we can do more with that. But obviously, that's just going to depend. Just because I am getting more comfortable with writing out what I want to do, where I want to go, and I do want to kind of move the campaign a little bit more along. Because, like I said, this campaign is more of a story than combat heavy. It will start to get combat heavy once they get to higher levels. But until then, we will just have to make our way through all that. So, until I see you next time, I will hopefully be seeing you guys in 2 weeks on Tuesday. It should be June 10th for the continuation of Welcome to the Jungle, where I believe next session we'll be talking to some individuals. Not of the ones that they're actually looking for, but some of it interesting people. I now have to go let my cat in because she is just being an absolute prick to my window right now. But I will see you all in about 2 weeks for the continuation of this adventure. Bye bye. Bye bye.